Thank you so much for joining us today in our Nyankopong native teachings. And I must tell you, I was playing some of the track that I get last night. I don't know if anybody utilized them that we used in class yesterday. They are very, very much inspirational and energetic. Anybody utilize any of those two links for last night? Crystal, Nigel, Reem. All right. All right then. Well, you get to them in time. Tonight we're supposed to have a special guest. Of course, Midas. I've invited her over, and she is an expert when it comes on to status change. I'm hoping that by time we are ready for her, she will come into the space. I was hoping that Nana Chanel would come over tonight because there's a few things that I want to go over with with the class so we can move forward. All right. Last night I asked about the copyright, and I was told by several of the brothers and sisters that they have completed it. I know that the EIN is safe, and we said we want to do the after Davis so we can notify um, the corporation. So I want to get into my folder that we have in the classroom. I'm going to reshare it as to how we can pull out the next part of the puzzle. All right. Any question? No? Okay. All right. Well, let me see if I can find this piece that we can work on. And in the before we get over to Nana. The anybody had done the EITA International Driver's License? No.
Nope.
I
I
have. It should
ordered
be
it.
arriving today or
I,
tomorrow.
I ordered it.
You ordered it because it's a number that you have to call to get it.
A number.
Yeah. So
I completed the
that was
process. I'm waiting for it to arrive.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
what
it
was
to
that?
arrive too. I
You're
complete the
waiting.
process and waiting for it to arrive because that's I thought that's what
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay. Well, as we move along and get some results and you update your folder, you just keep us abreast to so we can know how much have really been completed. All right. So Crystal, you have done yours already too?
Done what exactly? My internet was behaving away.
You've done your EIN, your DOT, and your DUNS,
Yeah. The dons, not the dons. For
the
everything else.
copyright. Or have you done the copyright?
Yes. EIN dot copyright. Yeah. The
Okay.
head letter needs to be sent in the group. I don't know if you send it, but I haven't seen it. To print out affidavit.
Yes, I am about to I'm sending it back to the classroom now so we can go over that part so we can understand it fully because I don't think a lot of it have been US national ID after Davis document. I just put it back in the chat. And of course you all had your you all get your letterhead, right? It was posted inside the classroom too. Okay, I'm going to see if I can share my screen about the after Davis. I love technology. I love technology. Awesome. All right, everybody can see my screen. You can open up your screen. This is a sample um, for the U.S. National. It was sent to me. All we have to do is just take out the necessary and put in what you need to put in as to your name, your father's name, your mother's name.
So would you send that to our various emails that we can that template that we can fill it in?
I just all right. So
Oh,
take. I'm gonna. I just put it in the classroom. It's the
oh, that's what
last
you put
thing.
in the
So
group. Okay.
forward that to your email or your form and do the necessary.
The file number stays the same.
The what?
File number. There's a file number.
File
So
number. Hold on. Okay, when you say the file number, what?
up
Oh,
top,
the
top it.
official at the top. At the top, yes.
Okay.
But I think I let me confer with Nana because I think that may be her EIN number that you may have put there because that is what we're trying to use with our trust.
Okay. EIN number. Let me see if the EIN number is the same amount of digits. One,
No, that's
two,
not. That's six. That's 6 digits. Let me see if I get her in.
three, five, six. One, two, three. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, six. Yeah, that's not it.
Okay, we'll get to that. But I think away from that, everything is your own information that you put inside there.
And this affidavit from the affidavit that we filed for age of maturity, and I have another affidavit that was supposed to be sent out to
Age of
um
maturity. Let me find that in the class.
I've already done that, and I've sent the information over to the publication company. That's a newspaper company. So I'm waiting for
Mm.
the 3 weeks to run, and then I'll be able to have that copy that I'll be taking to the secretary, sending a copy to the Secretary of State after getting it signed, stamped by the clerk of the court.
Grand Rising, Nana.
Grand
Are you in?
Rising.
Yeah, the thing is full. For those who are trying to get in, please, I think you have to go to the YouTube channel, and then I try to make some more space because I only can accommodate um a certain amount. Yes, no, no, Grand Rising. You were saying that I see you put a chat in the comment that it's a number that only it's a generated number that you have put forward.
It's a number that I made up for my own purposes. So
Yes,
you can make up any number there, and this is an affidavit that you want to keep in your car.
yes.
Remember, you're not registering with the state.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
We were working on that little piece of after Davis so we can get it sorted out. And of course the Duns number, some have not called for it yet because you put a thing in the chat that you have to call for it. and then you will get
That's correct.
access. Yeah. Tonight, I actually wanted to talk about trust. That's what I was aiming for, so we could get familiar with some of the different kind of trust, why it is important to have a trust, and what does a trust do for us individually and collectively. Until our guests come across from the work, I think she's working. No problem with waiting a bit, but we always have plan B because we have to always be vigilant when it comes on to what we're soaking up for the hour. All right, let me find the piece that I want to put forward, and it says, "What is a trust?" A lot of us, I am very much peculiar because I hear a lot of people talking about it, saying how much they want to get access to this and they want to get access to that. Anybody know what is a trust and how many trusts there is? Okay, okay. As far as my reading and my understanding goes, um, why create a living trust? Because we need to have access to funds that is there for you as a living man or woman. A living trust. Why create a living trust? Anybody can answer why we should have a living trust, a living man and woman trust? Why
I'm
do we
gonna
need to
say
have a
I'm
living
gonna
man?
say I'm gonna say for asset protection. Um uh so that if you're sued, your personal property is not
Mhm.
affected directly. That's my opinion. I don't know. That's a guess.
A living trust is to protect you if you, the living man, is sued by another living man or by a entity, a corporation. What?
I think it's both.
Yes, it
All
is.
right. All right. And that is why there are many trusts, right? Many different types of trusts that you create to secure your estate. Living trusts are a way to distribute your asset and provide for your beneficiaries while keeping loved ones out of probate court. When they say probate court, what do they mean?
Paying taxes on it. You decide specifically what is to be done with your assets, living or dead and death, with death.
Probate is about dispute.
It's about when you pass on, so your family's not stuck in court fighting over your property.
That's right.
Yeah.
In a probate court, not stuck in court because there's many. So the trust is not to be under the control of the straw man. Because the straw man, you have to say, is the probate court, because this is where they can get to challenge what you have in store for your living estate. It says, since trust doesn't need to be filed in probate courts, since trust does not need to be filed inside the probate court, they offer more privacy. It's not a public entity, it's a private entity. So therefore, when we leave our house to our offspring and they want to make a decision when it comes on to what our estate should be, the outside court cannot overrule what you have left inside of that living trust. Revocable living trust allow you to change your term if you change your mind. What is a revocable living trust again?
It's a trust that you can make changes. But you can make those changes, or and I think just to kind of step a little bit ahead,
Hmm.
it's good to have a revocable trust, and it's also good to have an irrevocable trust, depending on what you put in irrevocable. Because I think if they were to drag you in court, they can dictate to you, seeing that it's revocable, for you to change it, what's in it, if they should drag you into court. That's the only uh slippery slope about the revocable trust, is how I understand it.
Okay, okay, okay. Now the living trust as what we are looking at, it is something that I think it offer a lot of protection, as you say, as we say, for assets. But anyone can tell me exactly some other trust away from a living trust. You have wills also. Is a will a trust?
No,
Okay,
it's just
okay.
expressing your wishes,
That's not a trust.
and it can be challenged.
All right. Start setting up a trust. Start planning with a trust. We have been going through some of the examples where you say Nana bring forth, and she showed us about how we can get certain things that will relate to how to get your trust started. Now, the Duns number now, Nana, I want to ask. You say we call in for that number, but what does what does that number actually do pertaining to your trust or your estate?
That number works as like it's like a social security number that for your person. So it runs the credit of the business or the trust.
Yeah. Okay. So if that number is similar to your EIN number or your social security number, it will be connected
It
to.
it works it works like the social security number. How the social security number works for credit, the DUNS number works for credit for the business.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm trying to see where, when we set up all these things, brothers and sisters, we can actually use them. The next thing is, what with your trust, um your entire clan can be under your trust, where from your grandmother, your mother, to you, to your offspring, can be under that one trust, and that will secure even their assets that they have. I want to play a piece that I have here that talks about the corporation. Very, very important. This gentleman take on the corporation, and even though he was not successful to the point, because they did try to incarcerate him, and you know that's because he beat the system in such a way where they did not expect him to win. It's about buying land, and how you can, from the capital name that you have on your birth paper, when you do your status change, you can also um, make some changes to your to your living man and access your wealth. But I'll let you watch it for yourself. It is very, very interesting. And he has more things on the web that you can follow through to.
You have the right, if you're a citizen of the United States of America, to claim unappropriated land. So I claimed $1 million piece right next to a casino. Boulder Highway, Las Vegas. We still have it. What we did was we took the guy's mining claim. He had been red tagged on Monday. They gave him till Friday to vacate. And the BLM told him, we're going to clean off your property with semi-trucks and wreckers. We're going to bring out loaders and forklifts, and you're out of here. He didn't want to go. So we had a deed, a quitclaim deed, and we sold the property from his dead name in all capital letters as he claimed it as a U.S. citizen to his real name in upper and lower case with a comma or semicolon between the middle and last name. And it said,
Hold on before I go further. A deed. You hear what he said? A quick claim deed. Does that attach to our trust or our? He said as long as you have that EIN number and you're doing business in that sense. If Nana have a piece of land and she wants to, what is a quick claim deal? Anybody know what that is? No.
It's a
A
deed
quick.
saying you have no interest in the property.
It's a deed saying that you have no more interest in the property, or that you are abandoning the property. And the word abandon is very, very, very powerful in the legalese circle. And it's very, very, this is awesome. So a quick claim deal is similar to a common law agreement. It is a common law agreement, but it does not involve the state. It is between two living soul, for a better word. All right, let us continue.
his real name in upper and lower case with a comma or semicolon between the middle and last name. And it said that for consideration of $21, that he is selling his rights to the new claimant who claims the land pursuant to his birthright of God, pursuant to the common law. And if anybody has a problem with this new title or ownership, we demand a Seventh Amendment trial. That was put right on the face of this contract. Well, the minute you record the document, you give it back to the phony United States corporation. All you people do not own your own homes. That's why they put the transfer stamp on your deeds. They charge you a transfer stamp when they sell you the property. And they take a photocopy of the original before they send it back to you, showing their corporate seal on your deed and the fact that you got a receipt showing that you paid your transfer fee, transferring the legal ownership to them. But you're all equitable owners. And just to make sure that you don't own your property, they put the first 4 words in every paragraph in all capital letters to make sure that you don't really have a title. And they drop the word absolute from your legal description. And to make sure you stay in statutory satanic venue, they give you a statutory title like tenant in common.
What are you in your house?
Tenant.
Absolute is removed and tenant
They know what they're
is replaced. I
doing.
just want us to
The
soak it up.
International
We can
Monetary
watch it on
Fund,
you, but I think when we watch things together,
you don't
we
really
soak away
have
and walk
a
away with
title.
more.
And they drop the word absolute from your legal description. And to make sure you stay in statutory satanic venue, they give you a statutory title like tenant in common. They know what they're doing. The International Monetary Fund, of course, they fund all the abortion clinics all over the world. Let's talk about some more fraud. All the laws passed since Abe Lincoln are not laws. The United States Code will spell it out for you. All you got to do is look. Open the front cover of the United States Code. You know what it says? It'll list all the laws. Now, the ones that go before Abe Lincoln that the bankers liked, they brought forward. And they call those positive laws. And under the index page, there's little asterisks right there in front of some of the laws. And if you look down below, it says positive law. Positive law is the only law that's been passed. See how ugly this is getting? There is no conspiracy. It's right there in plain view for those who can see. The Bible says those that have eyes will see, those that have ears will hear. But everybody walks around with their blinders on. If that makes any sense.
David has a doctorate in naturopathy. He was politically active. He discussed issues involving federal tax law. He was a popular guy, making more money than he'd ever seen, traveling the world and involved with his family. Why would he possibly try to hire 9 different people to commit murder? Answer: the FBI fabricated the whole crime, and the prosecutor and the judge went along with the KGB-style show trial, all of them violating their oaths of office. Well, David's been in prison now 9.5 years. And a large part of that, I understand, was in solitary confinement.
That's right. First 2 years before he was charged with murder for hire, he was in solitary confinement.
For 2 years.
2 years. Freezing. It was cold.
Yeah. David, he is going through that, but I think he has come out. I don't follow the story as far as the incarceration, but it's very important because you are going to be challenged. I was talking with my brother in Canada, and he sees a piece of land. Our high chief, he was once our high chief over there at in Canada, and he is facing the courts right now, something of that sort. But this is another step when it comes on to putting the documents together. Now, you heard he talk about the deed. That is something that I don't think we know how to. How do you put forward a deed? Anybody know how to do that?
You have to go court the county clerk or
All right. You get a notary, someone who has um the necessary stamp and seal, which we do, and you will get your your document sealed. Because remember, this is a natural law approach. It is not a a legalese thing where it's inside the courthouse. It's between you and another living man or woman as to your property that you're going to exchange or sell. As you see what he said a while ago, someone wanted the government wanted to take away his land, and he said it before he give it to the government, he would rather pass it on to someone who he choose. So I think it ties into even with what we're talking about with the banking and how we signed and get money from the bank. The wording, as you hear, he say they take out certain word out of the contract and put in the other words that they know that, well, this will confuse us, for a better word. Diversify your retirement act, equity trust. That's another conversation that we need to touch on when we get into that. And I am doing my research as much as I can. So when I come, I can share as to some of the knowledge. You also, can go and find out some of the information that goes with the documents that we're looking about. The equity trust. Um, where's my little note? I had my note here. Okay, here is my note. The equity trust, as we say, it is your inner concept as to what you want your trust to look like. I see where when I go on my trust site to pull in, I have to pull in all of the offspring name, as I said, mothers and grandma. There are certain things inside our trust that this is why it protect us, because it cannot say that you solely individual accomplish excess amount of wealth by yourself, because you are wealthy, but your trust, when it has its beneficiary in there, it will make it more, should I say, acceptable that over the years you have accumulated your wealth. And because we are doing this again from the native point of view, where we are claiming the clan wealth also. We're not just claiming the individual as to the living man, me, but it is. And then again, because it comes through a collective branding as to the real legacy that our ancestors have given to us, it is very, very powerful. Any question or any contribution, should I say? None? Come on. Haven't we been learning about trust, as far as, because we are studying to set up our trust, right? So if we're studying, it's not just within the classroom alone that we're going to learn. There are, all of us are very much knowledgeable when it comes on to the informational web. Someone is trying to get in, and I'm trying. I think it's my guest. Akeem, you have two signing. Why is that? Kareem?
I pay issues is to keep on and knock me out.
No, but may I take out? All right, I take, all right. The top one, I'm taking out the top one then, so you can have the second one, because the second one is right there and it's taking up space if it's not being used. Are you better now? You're supposed to be the last one that you send in. That's one that's getting the energy.
Yeah, I could hear you guys and everything.
Alrighty, alrighty. So as I said before, I think we need to dig more into the trust situation within the classroom. Also, we have the list of companies that our trust can move to when it comes on to the grant section, and we are going to get to that. I hope we can get some more um, rounded approach when it comes on to that. I'm waiting on the result as we speak, so we can. My thing is, I don't want us to run ahead and we don't have the necessary things that we need to move with. I think my guest is telling me that she's trying to get in and um, she's not being able to free up some more space so she can get in. Yeah, brother Danny. Danny, are you on board?
Yes, we're there. We're there.
Yeah, yeah, I see you there. There. Any question?
Yeah, as you're talking about the trust, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't mind like even a consultation, for kickstart some of them paperwork. Cause I print out a couple sheets. I have my I don't know how many windows are open on the word. But they even bother turn off the computer. You just open all of them, reading through them, and trying to navigate. I wouldn't mind some assistance. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need some assistance.
All right, I'll put a note to that, and I'll reach out to you so you can explain exactly what you have done and what you have not done, so we can bring you up to scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Thanks for that.
Sister Abina, Abina,
Yes.
yes, yes. Um, any assistant needed? Anything? Any concern? I see where the classroom is very active when it comes on to you dropping some sentiments in there. So, any concern for the class?
Not at this moment. I'm still trying to catch up on what's in the chat. But I'm also working on getting certain things in place. And I think I have most of everything done. I think. I know I need to get the affidavit done. I mean, I got the EIN.
Okay.
I did the application for the DUNS. I guess I need to call them to get the number. I didn't call them about the number. I previously I've done the copyright. In fact, I got my NLEGAS copywritten twice through Ohio and Minnesota. What else? Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. I don't. The Don's number. That's something you have to call in for.
Right.
So you'll have to just make that phone call at your leisure. So I'm saying by now on this weekend we should have everything in that capacity dealt with.
The-
Right?
Can can I ask you a question?
Yes, man. What's up?
Yeah, about the EIN number and the DOT. Right.
Yeah.
So when I get them to the complete, what would my plate look like? Because so far it look like it's American plates. What I'm seeing, I haven't seen any example of any UK plates.
I am no. I'm looking in the chat room right now, and Lorna has been very very active on as far as letting you know in over by the pond some of the measures where you need to make.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
disputing that. I'm saying
Yeah.
what would the plates look like
Well, what?
when the
Well, Nana, Secretary, you have been on board as far as that go. You have explained that once you make your decision of the design that you request, you can have it done. I don't know if you want the flag or if what you want to have it in.
I think he's
oh so
saying
we
that we've been doing the U.S. Tax for here. He want to know about getting taxed there in UK.
Yeah, the
So
design. You said once
maybe
you get the number, what it will look like. So
maybe Lorna has some input on that
yes, I should.
because
It's nothing.
she's doing it herself.
Yes, yes. I don't think. Go ahead, Danny.
yeah. Because at the moment I don't have a vehicle at the moment anyway. I do drive at work. Because I have to go pick
Uh,
up some supplies and something there, but that's a different thing. When I
all
do
right,
get a car,
all right.
you
Well,
know.
I think your traveling is in good standing. You are still traveling, so it's a number, and if you get a automobile, you can put it on it. But if not, you can even have it as a little business card. This will come in handy at some point that you can use it to your benefit.
Yeah, well, as I say, I'm just gonna crack on and persevere and there are some YouTube videos which I've been watching as well. But sometime when I watch them, it coming like I have to start all over again. So I don't know if anybody can assist. I
Yes, yeah.
welcome that.
Well, you never. I said from the start that we as the lion them may not be as swiftly as the females, the lioness. So we are here together, so we make some form of preparation, and we get the thing done. I'm sure when we ask for assistance, we know that brothers and sisters have their time, so we meet them halfway and see that hey, we get things done. Whatever we know, we try to share with you so you can get that forward. I think Charlotte is very much a link for you, Danny. I see where, but Charlotte is very, very swift. She will send the necessary because I'm looking inside the classroom right now over by the pond and everything, most of the things that you are asking us for right now, Charlotte can swiftly assist you with it.
All right, then. Yes, answer that.
Yes, yes. So how about tomorrow? We make plans and we do a three-way with Charlotte and see how best we can get those two things completed for you.
Well, that would have to be somewhere around about seven, 7 to 8 o'clock in the evening, probably 8 o'clock in the evening, UK time. And I
Yes,
think
I think.
now because our clocks went forward at the weekend. I'm
Yeah.
not sure yours did. I'm not
Well,
sure yours did. No, I
I think
start at
it,
midnight.
oh Christ, my apology. My
Yeah,
time is very much
yeah,
different over.
yeah. Our time went forward this weekend, whereas it used to be 11 o'clock my time and 5 o'clock your time,
Mm-hmm.
6 o'clock your time. 6 hours behind, right? It's a
Yeah.
hour. It's an hour more for us now.
Yes. Yes. Uh,
So yeah,
but
about probably 8 o'clock in the evening would be good for me for that free
well,
will.
send you all you have to do is just send me a text and I'll take it from there.
All right, then I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah. Any more interaction? Let's just go now because we're here for a period of time. Anything else? No. Okay then. All right. This is Sister Abina. She had sent me this very interesting tip, and I was watching it to see the fullness of it because it does pertaining, I think, to some of the concern that we share in the classroom. So I think it has a message in it. So let me play it. It's teaching us about signs and what they really mean sometimes. Hold on. Trying to get it sorted. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go.
You see weeds in the driveway. Let me show you what I see. Look down a
It's
weedy driveway. I actually see an apothecary or
stop. Let me
medicine cabinet.
stop. Let me stop. You remember last week when we were talking in class and we were mentioning that when the spring is coming up, a lot of the plants that we see outside, we need to identify them. Anybody can remember I offered a link to a app that you need to have on your phone. Anybody remember that app?
I think
Spring
it's
coming
called
Picture
up
this.
Picture
now.
This.
Ah,
Picture
I
this.
think it's called Picture This.
yes,
Picture
No?
this.
yes. Did you all get it?
I have it.
All right, because this is going to come
Dandelion,
in.
for
This
instance.
is going to come in quite handy, seeing that things are
It's
starting
edible, highly nutritious,
to
and
come back around.
has a slew.
Let's
See when
start
you
back
see
on top.
weeds in the driveway. See when you see weeds in the driveway. Let me show you. You see when you see weeds in the driveway. Let me show you what I see. Look down a
What do
weedy
you
driveway.
see
I actually see
when
an
you see
apothecary
weeds in
or
the
medicine cabinet. Take dandelion, for instance. It's edible, highly nutritious, and has a slew of medicinal properties. Great detox herb. Every single part of the plant is edible and usable. So all in all, that's probably one of the best additions to your yard. Right next to that, we have plantain. This is broadleaf plantain. If you remember the term plantain for pain, this is a pain relieving herb. It's edible. It can be eaten like spinach or raw in a salad. Highly nutritious, extremely good for your body. It's good for your digestion. It can help heal internal wounds. And of course, it's a pain reliever. Just off the driveway, this is called sow thistle. This will have giant leaves or flowers just like a dandelion. And those thorns, when the plant is this small, those thorns aren't really very thorny. This plant is also super nutritious. It's a detox herb just like
I don't
dandelion.
know why.
It shares many of the same properties. A little bit of wild violet. Wild violet is a medicinal plant. It's good for coughs. It's good for pain.
I
It can
want.
be see when you see weeds in the driveway. Let me show you what I see. Look down a weedy driveway. I actually see an apothecary or a medicine cabinet. Take dandelion, for instance. It's edible, highly nutritious, and has a slew of medicinal properties. Great detox herb. Every single part of the plant is edible and usable. So all in all, that's probably one of the best additions to your yard. Right next to that, we have plantain. This is broadleaf plantain. If you remember the term plantain for pain, this is a pain relieving herb. It's edible. It can be eaten like spinach or raw in a salad. Highly nutritious, extremely good for your body. It's good for your digestion. It can help heal internal wounds, and of course, it's a pain reliever. Just off the driveway, this is called sow thistle. This will have giant leaves or flowers just like a dandelion, and those thorns, when the plant is this small, those thorns aren't really very thorny. This plant is also super nutritious. It's a detox herb just like dandelion, and it shares many of the same properties. A little bit of wild violet. Wild violet is a medicinal plant. It's good for coughs. It's good for pain. It can be used internally or externally, made into a tea or a capsule. This plant can also help break a fever. It's been used for thousands of years medicinally, and it's actually a really good plant to have.
How many times
What do you
we have
see?
seen those things and just weed them up and cuss a weed?
Programming.
Ah,
Programming.
Enough times.
yes, yes. You know this. Even with the very dandelion that we see growing outside, we take
Yeah.
it for granted and we say a bush.
Well,
But
it's
remember that.
programming from the
Go ahead.
commercials. Programming from the commercials.
Exactly, especially with the lawn culture. Back home, our indigenous people, it was fruit bearing trees in the yard, not so much lawns.
Hmm. You had real bush growing up, where the bush, like even the fever grass and those things that usually grow just wild, you could
Leaf
stop
of
and
life.
yes, you could stop and just pick any one of those bushes. You wouldn't have to worry about insecticide. But that's why I said get the app, so you can identify it and get a bit of history about it, because some of them they look very familiar, but I don't think it may be the same ones that we may have back home. So I'm very mindful when I go there. I like to explore and I like to read and read upon things as to the medicinal benefits. But we have to be mindful. But they are available here, and as you see, a lot of them just they get. I like the first time when I saw an entire section of the park with it with dandelion. I was like, wow, And then I said I get a bottle and put some in there because it has, we say, medicinal benefits. And
Clean the
did I even
liver.
start with the dandelion clean your liver? Yeah. That's what you said a while ago.
Yes,
It's
it's
good for
det
your
it's a
Uh,
heart too,
detox herb.
It's good for
and it's
diabetes too.
good for your
dandelion is
heart.
good for diabetes. I've heard that. I've heard that. But
Yeah.
yeah, these are some of the things that is growing right at our doorstep. But we are very pharmaceutical. We don't think about natural remedies to really cure some of the situations. But what I mean, they're there for our benefits. Uh, any questions? No. My guest tonight, I don't see her coming in. I don't know what. She told me that it may not happen because she does work, but she did tell me that hey, she would try to get in. Sometime if we stay longer, she may get a chance. But I can't take a long class because of the time strain that we put in place. All right, but she will come across because she did tell us that she was going to make our team right over here get some of the information that she have. But in the meantime, between time, let me just see if I can get her. But oh, okay, good. Hold on, I'll just play this in the meantime.
One of the questions we get asked very often is, I've submitted my asylum application now. What's next? Once you have submitted your completed application to
Up for
USCIS,
sound.
you will receive a receipt notice from USCIS confirming that they have received your asylum application. This document is very important. You must keep it safe. Next step, you will be scheduled for fingerprinting and biometric checks. Don't be alarmed, it's a standard part of the process, but you must ensure you keep your appointment. Following this, you need to stay prepared for your interview with the asylum officer. This is the opportunity that you'll be given to tell your story and present any evidence that will support your case. It's always important to remember to be honest and thorough during the interview. While waiting for your interview and a decision to be made on your asylum application, remember it is important to maintain your current status. Get involved in community activities, seek resources, ensure you maintain a healthy emotional and physical well-being. The asylum journey can be a very lonely one. It can be very complex, but you are not alone. Midas Immigration Services is here to help you every step of the way. If you have any questions or if you need help with your asylum application, do not hesitate to contact Midas Immigration Services. We are here to help you navigate towards a better and brighter future for yourself and your family.
Okay. I am just talking with her. She is still at work, and she's telling me I will call you to get more. Okay. She's talking to me while she's in the office. But tomorrow she says she will make it a duty to come on. We're supposed to have our chic page tomorrow, but we'll try to split it because I want to make up for anyone that did not get the opportunity to ask the Sheik or Midas some information. So, is there any question, Brother Taylor?
Greetings.
Yes, I.
Um, Question in regards to the immigration services. As a sovereign or national, would anyone still need the use of the um, USA immigration status?
Most of All right. Now that you asked a question, I think Abina asked the same question last week, and I think in the background we are trying to get the MACD to be accessed, but I don't want to put my egg in one basket. I think our estate is not only as sovereign, we still have to acknowledge that there's a straw man. So, what are you going to do with your straw man estate? Are you going to just let it be there and you don't claim it?
No.
It's
But
up. Go ahead.
as a living being,
Mm,
the straw man is subjected to the status of the natural
yes,
being.
yes, but it is still an equity. It's still an entity. It still exists, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it still exists, but why go that way when if you go the sovereign way, you can
No,
control the strong
no.
man.
This is for brothers and sisters who are already in the process. This is an information um access that you're getting.
Oh,
So
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but in my head though, I see what you're doing, but in my head, since we're on the indigenous side, we should be more trying to push everybody towards the indigenous, not helping them stay on the same status quo.
I
no, but
understand
just
that, but at the same time, I think education is good because you have people coming in with different situations. Some don't have them status, some have them status. How do you inform them, counsel them how to navigate the system? We
no.
still need to
But I
know.
want
Um, But
But I
but
want
what I'm saying is, instead of going into the system, we take them out of that and put them into sovereignty. That's
I
what I'm saying.
understand, but we still need to be knowledgeable about how the system really works from somebody who is in the system to not misinform people.
Th-
and I want to put a scope. A lot of the wording that you're putting on those papers, you're doing it to your own detriment because you don't know what some of the things that they're asking actually mean. Like, for instance, you're still adhering to the term black, right? But there's other measures because when they show you the entirety of the paper, um, there's other classification there. But on the paper that a lot of us are putting in to reclaim what belongs to you, you are doing yourself harm. The information you're providing contrary to what your sovereignty really is. And as Crystal said a while ago, the only way you can um, get the answers that you deserve is to actually go inside, claim them. This is just a knowledge base, and I think a lot of people are living in the either I don't care or hey, it's what is to be must be. I don't want to have that concept. I want us to open all doors where we can get some answers, and that's why I'm asking her to come on board where she can inform you properly from that part of your estate what you need to do.
okay. Because it was a little bit mind bothering. Like, okay, I'm a sovereign. I
Yes.
don't need to be a part of the corporation. I'm in charge of my estate or getting to be in charge of my estate. So therefore, for me to get back in that status or assist
No, no,
someone,
no, 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 no. Remember that you've already made your declaration. What are you
yeah,
declaring? So if you're declaring something, that means that everything that is in um your surroundings, you have to declare it. And where are you living right now? This is just an option where it is a choice where you can, just like any other classes that we put forward. If one does not see the attachment or the compliment that that class gives, what I mean, you don't have to partake in it. And this don't have nothing to do with you giving up sovereignty.
yeah.
This is not a Nyankopong um, teachings that we are putting forward when it comes on to knowing about, just like how we want to know about the judicial system. I think it's important that you know about the immigration.
And with everything, I think they're always updating their
Yes.
constitutions or everything. So it's always good to update yourself as to what is going on that can impact your sovereignty or just your
Mhm.
status in general. You always need to update that database, that information, that you know how to better navigate life.
I agree. Um, the one of the reasons why I even asked the question is because my mother, she's in Jamaica right now, right? But she travels back and forth. Um, I was gonna do the filing for her through the my status as a U.S. resident going in to become a citizen, but I had
Yep.
stopped that. I said to her, "Listen, it's better to go as a sovereign, become a sovereign, take your full control of your estate, and then whatever else falls under that. So the information would be vital then for me to understand how best to
Yep.
navigate.
Yep. And
Exactly.
no,
Your
but
way
she was
options.
she
Yeah,
was gonna come. Her purpose here tonight is to talk about something that is happening with brothers and sisters who are coming here on a access visa, and then it expire, and then you don't know what to do. She has certain inside information that tells you what to do and don't have you in limbo. And I think a lot of people can get things done, but there is not a know-how put in place that we can get access to.
A good percentage of persons that I am talking to is in that state, and I
Yes.
cannot talk to them with confidence to say, look, this is
No.
the way to go. I need to have that
Yes.
information and prove facts to show them, let them do their research, that they can be more comfortable to know,
Yes.
let's go this way.
Yeah.
Because
I think.
you're making
Go ahead.
you're so basically they're taking the information that you're giving, and it sounds right, but then they're looking at the practical part of it. I have a US residency, or I'm not even qualified as a resident as yet. So now becoming a sovereign, where does that put me? Does it put me in a bad
And this
position?
whole and this
Or
whole sovereignty thing is new to them. Like they're like, what is this you come with? I've never heard this before. So
Hold on.
they're very skeptical.
I
So
think.
you
I
have to
think.
come with information.
this
Yes.
true?
Yes. Yes. But you see the wording now. It is something similar, in what we're doing, because what she is professionally employed to do is status change, and how you change your status is, as I'm learning, is very, very crucial, because how it is set up, you have people who entered, and your how you enter the jurisdiction says a lot of uh, towards what you can do and cannot do, but it is not out there where we're doing our research and get some of the answers. So I think from that point of view, and she's also a maroon, you know what I mean? So she know exactly the environment that a lot of our brothers and sisters are coming through. And some people are so fearful that they don't even think about their rights. They just want to know that they're existing. All right. Any more questions? Hold on. No? Madam Secretary, everything is all right. You're still eating Easter bun?
Easter bun for a
Nigel?
long time.
Oh, this Nigel is still a pulled cheese over there.
Oh, mommy, there I go and hold a Benzel and listen, you know?
I'm going to give you a call tomorrow, Nigel. Yes,
All
I
right.
will have some news to give.
All right,
Yeah.
my boss.
I tried to reach out back to um brother Michael about yesterday, but I am not getting through to him fully yet. So I will find out what's the next move when it comes down to. He was trying to tell me something, but I didn't get the full scope of it. All right, but if we don't have anything else, I think we shall have the until tomorrow when our guests. And I'm asking you, get some real question ready to ask her, brother Taylor. I think you need to take full advantage and ask her some tough questions so she can
I
she
will,
can
because
yes, so
regards to
she can respond.
in regards to the same questions that are issues that Crystal is experiencing. I'm
Yeah.
going to be experiencing issues when it applies to me informing other brothers and sisters about who we are and what we're about and how can we
Yes.
assist. So
Mm. Yeah,
information
man.
there can be. So
You can never have too much knowledge and wisdom. Is,
but I
is when you need to use it. That's when
understand.
it's going to become important. All right. Mr. EJ, all is well.
Yes, sir.
Brother Earl. Brother Earl, yes, sir.
Everything's good.
All right, all right. Good to go. Well, any concern that we have, we'll share them on for tomorrow. But for now, we shall have it.
We shall have a
We shall in.
We shall be.
We
We
shall be.
We
we
shall
shall have
be.
it, brother. Danny, tomorrow. Remember, text me. that's we can run through with Sister Lana and Chanel.
Yeah. All right, we synchronize the time now. So what time you have this, sir? Right now.
Hold on, Danny. Hold on. I think my time is 8:15 now.